Podcast 247 Literature Review. Not Just Monuments. Bussa, Adams, and Barrow are chapters of a living history. Copyright 2025. ISBN 978-976-9778894. Hello everyone, I am Dr. William Anderson Gittins DD, and it's truly a pleasure to be here with you today. In this episode, we delve deep into a literature review titled Not Just Monuments, Bussa, Adams, and Barrow, Chapters of a Living History. This review promises to offer an insightful perspective on how these figures represent much more than static historical markers. Their legacies are dynamic narratives that shape Barbados's collective memory and identity articulated through literature. Understanding the historical context. For those of you who may not have extensive knowledge about Barbados's history, I presume you might ask the pertinent question: who exactly are Bussa, Adams, and Barrow? Historically, Bussa was an enslaved man who led the largest slave rebellion in Barbadian history in 1816, becoming a powerful national symbol of freedom and resistance. His statue is not merely a likeness, it represents the triumph of the human spirit over oppression. Adams and Barrow continued that journey from fighting for freedom to establishing a nation, unfolding a complete historic arc. Their names are carved in history books, marking their contributions to the Barbadian identity. Bussa, the rebel and national symbol of freedom. Bussa's legacy is powerful, leading the 1816 rebellion against slavery in Barbados. He reflects a widespread desire for freedom among the enslaved population. Thomas 2020. Although the revolt was suppressed, Bussa's actions underscored the pressing need for emancipation, making him a national hero. The Bussa statue, erected at the JTC Ramsey roundabout, symbolizes his triumph against oppression. Barton 2022. Sir Grantley Adams, champion of labor rights and democracy. We then turn our gaze to Sir Grantley Adams as Barbados's first premier and a labor advocate. Adams played a transformative role in securing self-governance and improving labor rights. Duncan 2018. The monument of Adams, located at government headquarters, stands as a testament to labor reforms and social equity, encapsulating both the progress achieved under his leadership and the complexities of his political journey amidst colonial pressures. Gonzalez 2020. Next is Errol Walton Barrow, widely known as the father of independence. His leadership paved the way for Barbados' transition from a British colony to an independent nation in 1966. Barrow's commitment to universal education and social justice has left an indelible mark on Barbadian society. Hines 2019. His statue in Independence Square serves as a living monument, encouraging reflection on the island's journey towards self-reliance and social equality. Walker 2021. The role of monuments in living history. The statues of Bussa, Adams, and Barrow are not just static symbols. They serve as focal points for understanding historical and social changes in Barbados. These monuments allow citizens to connect with their past while contemplating the future. As Clark 2022 notes, statues and monuments encapsulate complex histories into visual representations. Page 45. They embody key moments in Barbados's history: rebellion against slavery, labor rights advocacy, and political independence. The phrase, "one unbreakable Barbadian spirit," captures the essence of these transformations, It signifies the resilience of the Barbadian people and their ability to adapt and overcome challenges through unity and perseverance. GIS Barbados 2023. In conclusion, Bussa, Sir Grantley Adams, and Errol Walton Barrow, often just called Adams and Barrow, are all formally acknowledged as Barbados's national heroes. They are part of a prestigious group of 11 people who have been named the Right Excellent for their noteworthy contributions to the history and progress of the country. The monuments of the Right Excellent Bussa, died 1816, the Right Excellent Sir Grantley Herbert Adams, CMG QC 1898 to 1971, and the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow, PCQC 1920 to 1987, are powerful reminders of pivotal figures who shaped Barbados. Their stories, spanning from Bussa's courageous resistance to Barrow's vision for a self-sufficient nation, are woven into the fabric of Barbadian history. These statues serve not merely as tributes to the past, but as integral components of the ongoing dialogue about freedom, democracy, and national identity. It's plausible to say that these statues memorialize rulers, symbolize hope and progress, and represent what society chose to celebrate. Spector 2020. The immediate conversations between past and present, and reflect the values of their time. The actions of Bussa, Adams, and Barrow represent a singular, unbreakable Barbadian spirit that continues to inspire future generations. Thank you for joining me today in exploring this vital aspect of Barbadian heritage. Until next time, keep reflecting on how our past shapes our present and future. God bless.